Hey guys, Julian here, and today I'm going to be doing something that I've never done on here. I'm going to be making a techno breakdown. So I've made a lot of things on this channel. You guys have seen me make full tracks, you guys have seen me make drops, but I've never just gone and shown you like how to make a really cool breakdown that builds really well into your drop. And so to do this, I'm going to be using ZenWorld's new Evolution of Sound Paradox sound set for Serum. It's a really solid Serum preset bank. It's got some really cool sounds in there. You guys are going to like this. Yeah, let's get started. So, the first thing I'm going to do here is we're going to go to 130 BPM, and let's get a blank Serum here. And I'm going to pull up the first sound, which will be a lead, I think. Like, I want to add I have an idea for this lead that's just kind of going on and on. I'll show you what I mean here. Let's try, like, this sound. I want to do something kind of like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's a cool start. You know, just something that's kind of like going on and on. Like, I like to start with something like this where it's just kind of like, you know, it's constantly going in the background there. Now, I want maybe a little bit of a different sound for this, I think. But let's see. Yeah, there we go. We can maybe put a bit of drum bus on that to kind of fatten it up a little bit. And I'm going to use some reverb as well. I'm going to use Valhalla Vintage Verb. I'm going to be using plugins today since I'm using Serum. Usually I just use the Ableton stuff. But yeah, we'll put a little bit of reverb on that. Maybe a bit of echo as well. And I'll put the echo on just regular eighth notes. Yeah, let's do quarter notes actually. Yeah, so there we go. So we have this thing just kind of going on and on. You know, it's almost like a drone, but it's like just something that's always going to be going in the background. This kind of stuff is really important because, like, if you think about it, if you're coming out of the intro and you've got, like, you know, all these drums going in the intro, and all of a sudden you go into a break, if you have, like, just say a pad or just like an arc that's kind of going on and on, it's going to be hard to kind of keep that same beat that you had going in your beginning. So by having something like this that we can like always count on to be happening every 2 bars, right on the one like that, you know, it kind of helps with that a bit. So the next thing I'm going to get here is I'm going to make a little background pad. So let's get one of these pad sounds in here, and maybe we'll use like this one. Let's put in some low notes on this. Okay, change of plans. This is going to be our bass. Or at least the start of it. Yeah, that sounds cool. I like using kind of like deeper sounds like this. Like this has like a very vocal sort of texture and like kind of vibe to it. And yeah, this really sounds good for bass. Like definitely like probably going to layer this with some stuff. But I like getting these kind of cool textures. Like the thing about techno, especially like modern techno, is I feel like it's like got this really cool kind of like sound design to it, where there are like sounds like this, you know, where it's not just like a respace or just like I don't know, like a bunch of square waves or something like that, but it's got like a really cool character to it. Like there's this emphasis on sort of like character and kind of like color that I think is really cool. So that's kind of what we're going for with a sound like this. Let me work on the bass line a little. that's cool. We'll make it like an 8-bar loop. Cool, so let's take this. We're going to give it a little bit of EQ just to kind of cut out some low end. And then I'm going to get another layer, which will be kind of like the really deep low bass, because there are some basses in here. And I think that we're going to need to layer this. And again, like, nothing wrong with this sound. It's just like, it's made to be a pad, not a bass. So, obviously, we want to put a deep bass in there. But cool, let's try to find something that will be, like I said, like, pretty deep. Like, I want this to kind of fit into the same space that a respace would. Pitch that down a bunch. Yeah, sounds good. Group those together. Give it a bit of EQ, kind of cut out some of that muddy low mid-range. Awesome. Sounds pretty cool. The next thing I'm going to get here is a ARP. And what we're going to do is we're going to just pull up one of these little, like, plucky sounds in here. Where is it at? There we go. Alright, let's try this one. I like this one a lot. So I'm going to make something that's just kind of like constantly going. This is going to also help, like I was saying, like with the rhythm, you know, like having it not just be like kind of long held out notes, but like having something a little bit more kind of intense and rhythmic going on. This is really going to help with that. Cool, and then we can kind of play around with this too. Like, the idea here was that I wanted to make something. Yeah, there we go. And you can hear also, like, there's a lot of space now that makes room for, like, these other things. Like, it's not just all happening rapid fire. Like, if I just made, like, say we just put this on, like, every kind of count like this or something. You can hear it's kind of stepping on the toes of that other lead. And it doesn't, I don't know, it just kind of sounds like it's just going on and on. But when we have something like this where it's like, well, now, but no. It kind of, you know, it kind of makes it a little bit more sort of form-fitting, I guess you could say. Like, it kind of, you know, makes it fit more into the track as opposed to just like, hey, everyone, notice this big arc. Cool, let's put some more reverb on that. Yeah, there we go. And let's give this some echo as well. Let's do dotted eighth notes, just the default setting. Dotted eighth notes, really good setting for delays, especially on ARPs. Nice, we give it a bit of drum bust. A little bit of a high end boost. And then I'm also going to cut out the low end just to kind of make room for the bass. Because now that we're starting to add more elements in here, you know, this is where we got to start thinking about mixing. We'll also cut out some low end on this sound. Although this doesn't need it as much, still helps. Cool. So the next thing I'm going to get here is a pad. So let's get another Serum here. And now we're going to actually make the pad. So I'm going to get one of these pad presets here from the pack. And let's see what we can come up with. I want to make something that's just kind of like droning on and on. Like it's not going to follow the chord progression or anything like that too much. Then we can turn up the chorus. Well, yeah, I like the macros on these sounds a lot. It's like a really good way to give it a little bit more life and like make it more than just like a sound that you're stuck with. It kind of gives it some stuff to play around with on your own as opposed to just using a preset. But cool, so let's try this. This might be like way too high pitched, but let's see. Yeah, it's actually kind of lower than I wanted. Cool, sounds good. So at this stage, I'm going to give this a bit of automation because basically what I want to have happen is we're going to have our breakdown in this part. Like this is going to be like, right after the drop, like kind of the most chill part. That's going to keep building and building. And then maybe I'm going to have some drums come in as well, which I'll be putting in a second. And then here is going to be, there's going to be like a snare build. So it's going to, I'm trying to like transfer the energy here. And we're going to do this using automation. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to this. We're going to hit configure here. We are going to use this little cutoff knob here, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to turn the cutoff down a little bit on the preset. Cool, and then we'll just sort of slowly start automating that up. And it's going to go down a little bit for the build. Because we want it to kind of like open back up during the build. And then, yeah, we're kind of like getting that intensity building there. Cool. Okay, well, that sounds pretty solid. I'm going to cut this at the end there. Cool. So, yeah, just something like that where, like I said, like it's opening up. You're kind of getting like a more like lively feel, I guess. And then it opens up, and then it closes, and then it opens up again for the drop. Cool. So with the bass, we can do something similar to this. Let's do that with this layer. Yeah, okay, so let's just automate that one because that's going to give it kind of a cool thing. So we'll just start it here. And then the same thing, it's just going to kind of like build. And then we'll have it go down for the build up. Nice. And then we can do a similar thing with the ARP here. I think this will have a little bit more stuff to play around with. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so we'll configure the filter cutoff. And then I'm just going to turn down the envelope amount. Because you can see we have this envelope on there. And I think it's going a little bit higher than I want it to. Okay, there we go. We just had to put that second oscillator through there. Okay, well, sorry about that then, but that sounded a little bit stronger for what I was doing here. But this is where it comes down to like taking a preset and really like making it your own. So we'll have that kind of go down there to the build. Perfect. And the last one we got to do this with here is just this pad. So we will just get that filter cut off, configure it, and then we're just going to do like a really similar thing. Actually, let's configure this one. And then what we'll do is we're going to just have, again, the cutoff. It's going to be building and building and building. Nice. All right. So like I said, let's add a few drums. I'm going to just get some of the Ableton drums, actually, because I want some 909 sounds. I'm going to get a 909 ride in here, just like a pretty standard little like ride cymbal, like that one. Hear it in tons of techno tracks. And what we're going to do is we're going to just put in eighth notes. The first one, we will have the velocity down a little, like that. And then we're going to just copy that over a whole bunch of times. And then what we can do is we will just go on the simpler here and just cut out the line. There we go. And then we will cut that a bar before the drop. There we go. And then let's also add in a snare to do the build. So we'll just get like... use that one. You know, one of the kind of snares, again, same thing. You hear this in like tons of techno tracks. And what we're going to do here is we're going to just give it 16 notes like so. And then we'll have, I'm going to put a utility on here, just kind of slowly building it up. So it's going to go kind of like this. Like, you're still going to hear it right when it comes in. But then it's just kind of like slowly building like that. And we can maybe curve that up a little bit to make it kind of fit a bit better. But cool. So let's take everything here, turn it all down a little bit. And I believe we have a pretty nice little techno break here. So let's hear what we just made. Alright, well, sounds pretty cool. This is definitely going to make a really dope track at some point. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I believe that's going to be it for this one. I want to give a quick shout out to Zen World, Evolution of Sound. Thank you for this pack. It's a really, really solid Serum preset pack. Definitely recommend you guys check it out. The link is in the description. And yeah, as always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Let me know if you want to see me finish this. I could definitely make this into a full track if that's what you guys want to see. Yeah, as always, also check out my Patreon, all my socials in the description, and my sample packs. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow with another video.